Hello and welcome back to Friday Minis. Today we're going to talk about the term brute force attack. What is a brute force attack, and is there any way to prevent brute force attacks from working? Now, in case you're not aware, this term is generally associated with cybersecurity, so things like passwords, any form of encryption technology, all sorts of things like that may actually become a victim to brute force attacks. The reason why a brute force attack is named this way is because it takes on a non-optimized, an inelegant kind of approach to actually cracking a code. One example of how this is done is if I attempted to crack a password by just using trial and error, or by using a dictionary attack. In other words, trying all passwords starting at A and then B and then C and then D and so on. So what's the deal with brute force attacks? Are they dangerous? Are they practical? And I suppose more importantly, are we at threat from brute force attacks? Well, you see, a brute force attack can technically and eventually crack any code. The problem is, with limited computational power, a brute force attack can take absolutely ages. It's not actually going to bother with trying to crack the code, it's just going to try every possible combination until it manages to break through. So technically, yes, any form of password, any form of encryption is susceptible to a brute force attack. However, to actually perform a brute force attack and have it conclude sometime in this century, you probably need very powerful computers, probably a supercomputer or an array of normal computers. And that is why, as things stand right now, brute force attacks aren't a huge threat. Of course, I'm only saying that for, your neighborhood hacker. They're not going to be able to brute force your password. But if we're talking about someone with a whole lot of computational power behind their back, then, you don't know, maybe they can. Anyway, that pretty much wraps it up for this episode of Friday Minis. As always, don't forget to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. You're watching 0612 TV.